Now, how do you position your brand as the obvious choice for your customers? Now, what do I mean by obvious choice? Your customers need a particular product, okay, and there are other brands that are offering that particular product or that particular service, okay, but your brand, your customers now sees you as the best option, the go-to for that particular product, even if other brands are offering the same higher prices, okay, or are offering lower prices, but they will still go to you even if your price is high. Do you understand me? So how do you now position yourself as their go-to for that particular product or service? Do you understand? Okay, so I have done a similar video for this, but I'll just do this again to just buttress my point. Okay, so one, to position yourself as the obvious choice for customers, you need to speak clearly, okay, the service that you offer, why it those services are for, and why it matters. Do you understand me? Your emphasis on why it matters, why that service is important. Do you understand? Now, if you can communicate this clearly, your customers will be able to. Now, if you can communicate this clearly, your customers will be able to know which particular service to get from you. Okay, which particular service to get from you. So you need to be very, very crystal clear about the services that you offer. Okay, why those services matter and who those services are for. Do you understand me? You need to communicate it with clarity. Clarity is the first thing. Okay, you need to make sure that you are clear as clear to the kind of services that you offer, who those services are for, and why that service is important. Do you understand why that service? A lot of people need a particular service, but they don't know why they need those services. They don't know how important that service is to them. Okay, they need a particular product, but they don't know the actual value of that product that they need. So you need to emphasize on the why that your product is important to them, because if you can emphasize this thing clearly more than your competitors, okay, you will be their obvious choice. You will be their go-to for that particular product, because you've been able to communicate that product much more clearly to them more than other people. Okay, now the next thing you need to do is that you need to show proof, consistent. You need to show consistent proof, okay, that your product is working. Okay, you need to show consistent proof, show reviews, show testimonials. Okay, show testimonials of people that have actually used your products consistently. Do you understand? It's not something that you just show once. You need to show it consistently, because the more you show it to people, the more they trust it. Do you understand? Social proof is not something you just show once. You show it consistently until it becomes a norm, until it becomes a thing that it creates a lasting imprint in the mind of your customers. Do you understand me? You show it consistently until they believe it. Okay, you show it consistently until they believe it. Okay, nothing beats consistency, and that thing you need to do in order to position yourself as the obvious choice is to 3. You need to speak directly to the pains your customers are deeply feeling. Okay, you need to speak directly to their pains. What pains are your customers experiencing? Okay, you need to speak their language. Whatever the pain they are experiencing, describe the pain the way they are talking about it. Okay, speak directly to the pains that they're experiencing deeply, because if you can do that, okay, you have opened the door you have input an emotional gateway, okay, that will make them to start trusting you, that will make them to start feeling safe around you. Okay, so you need to speak directly to the pains your customers are feeling. Do you understand me? Because by doing that, you start building a connection with them, and connection is the core thing in conversion. Once you can establish an emotional connection with your customers, okay, you are 90% closer to closing that customer. Okay, and that thing there is that you need to speak confidently and calmly. Don't oversell yourself. Okay, if you try to look desperate, your customers will feel like you are not confident in your product, or you are trying so hard to make them believe in you. Okay, so speak confidently and speak calmly. Okay, and that thing there is that you need to constantly repeat your message. Okay, you need to constantly repeat whatever offer that you are making, that you are giving, whatever service you are offering, whatever product you are selling, you need to constantly repeat that message, constantly repeat your offer. Okay, because the more your customers see it, the more they will take you as, the more they will start trusting your offer. Do you understand me? People trust brands that they see all the time more than brands that appear once in a month or once in a week. Do you understand me? No matter how big a brand is, if a brand just appears once in 2 weeks or once in 3 weeks, customers will not trust that brand. They will trust you. They will trust you that appears to them once, that appears to them almost every day. Okay, so you need to repeat your message consistently. Okay, so that it will become part of them, so that every day they come online, they'll see your message. Every day they come online, they'll see your message. Okay, so repetition is very, very important. Okay, so if you can do these things, you can position your brand as the obvious choice for your customers.